We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today we once again dive into Triangle Strategy, and we continue where we left off in the last one. Mid-discussion.
Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
And I all in your trust.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
Of course. But of course we understand these things.
Lord Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence.
Appreciate you.
That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
Oh, okay.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook.
Nope.
I fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzante.
Well, I'm sorry, but...
She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
Yeah.
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Uh-huh.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
My mother's hair. The pink locks of the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzante. Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners. Yes, I do. But I am from Esfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins.
That's not... You murdered some people.
Of course, my lady. Very well, then. I will do all in my power to see your visit is a pleasant one.
Oh, well, that's nice. The dude's got a cone head, man. I'm just saying. Got a cone head.
Thank you. Pray forgive my outburst.
No, you're totally fine.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes.
So when's this whole wedding thing gonna happen? I thought it was already supposed to happen. Why has it not happened? Oh,
See
ended.
where and how my mother and her people suffered.
Oh boy. Whither the river flows, completed. Sure. We'll save the game back up here. I know I should probably saved it on 5, but it's close enough to the beginning / end of an episode. We good.
By order of King Regna, Serenoa escorts their esteemed guests back home, beyond the forest and over the mountains to a vast sand-swept land. Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the Goddess's Shield, behind it lies the source, Nozelia's only supply of salt. Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzante.
Cool. Chapter 3, Part 2, A Land of Sand and Sun. I didn't say fun and sun. Because they're holding an evil, dark secret. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, that is a big wall.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Esfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenoa?
Hope not.
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
That's fair.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
Indubitably. Oh, look, it opened. Loudly. Imagine having, like, a house near the gates. It's like, oh, somebody's here again? I just fell asleep. It's like living in that little area right next to the gate. Oh, it'd be awful. Oh? Maybe she could have put something over her head, maybe.
What's that sound?
Oh. Like, all the other women have their hair covered up. What is going on? Oh, are they praying to the goddess?
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Indeed. Hyzanteans offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day.
Why aren't you three doing it?
They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzalia's salt is harvested.
Is it just the lake?
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzante, just as the stories say.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
Really, dude? That's what you brought to the table?
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
Dude, that's a bold move.
All Hyzanteans are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The Holy State has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality.
That's nice.
As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
I feel like that's not true.
Certainly, if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
That's not true, because there's people who always want more.
Achieving absolute equality is impossible.
The words of an unbeliever.
No.
The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her
There's still people who have higher status. Like, these people aren't going to go on.
Before we visit the hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
All right, before we continue with that, all right, so just going back to what our buddy there, Benedict, said. You know, there's no way to achieve true equality. So these three are clearly amongst the folks who can go and do the adventures and go travel to distant lands and be like envoys and speak for, I guess, the ruling caste or whatever of the people of this town. But you take a look at all these other people that are currently praying to the goddess statue or what have you. They're not going to be, you know, welcome to go do this exact same thing. So, you know, as much as there's equality trying to be spread throughout, there's still some order of non-equality here. There's still people who run things, who make decisions, and maybe they take like everyone's opinion into play, but it's just not quite that way. And just because I'm getting the same thing that somebody else is getting doesn't mean that I personally, and I'm not saying me, but like just in general as a person, that I personally am not gonna be like, well, I put in more work, I work harder, I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm faster, you know, everything. I'm better than this other person, and they're getting the same thing that I'm getting. I put in 3 times the work they did. That's not fair. There's gonna feel that injustice. For, you know, nobody can be ambitious, therefore their society probably isn't going to really grow, because no one's like, hey, if I do well, I'm going to be rewarded for doing well. It's like, why go the effort, you know, the extra mile? Why put in that extra effort to just end up getting the same thing everyone else is? It's a slippery slope, and like I said, our boy Benedict Cumberbatch over here, he was right to kind of say true equality, not really there. And while I don't think he should have pointed out, wouldn't somebody rob them while they're praying? I think that's a bad call. And maybe they don't have any crime. But I feel like that is also, you know, like, what about the people that are overly ambitious, not happy with their lot in life, want more, are greedy? Just because everybody's getting equal amounts doesn't mean that greed and envy and all these other things go away. I don't know. Maybe if you never learn them to begin with, maybe they go. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting society they have here. What about Frederica?
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract.
Did you have to say
We have
extract?
explained the circumstances, however, and she has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
Oh no.
Silent? Why?
Oh no.
I reiterate that typically she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
What, but you're not explaining your creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
Calm down, Roland.
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
Please hold your tongue.
My apologies.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let
But
us show you to the palace.
Didn't explain it. You're like, how dare you question? How could you not understand? You didn't explain it. You just said this is how it's going to be. Normally you wouldn't be able to speak, or normally you wouldn't be able to have an audience. Now you can have the audience, but you can't speak. Why? Well, how dare you question us? Well, you didn't answer. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That was a heavy sigh. She heard, or he heard.
That is where the hierophant resides.
The hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages.
This guy.
None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face. None save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolfort of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regna.
Oh, the Hierophant? Okay.
The Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Wolfort, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Wolfort and Hyzante have shared a deep bond ever since the Sultan War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear. The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
Uh-oh. Okay, I think it is a significant stepping stone toward peace between the three nations, which we already have a kind of a peace. I think it a valuable endeavor that will fairly profit everyone. I fear the intentions of the three nations are not aligned. I sense a storm is brewing on the horizon. Oh, man. I definitely feel that one. But again, the eternal optimist, right? That's what we're going with. Ah, man. All right. That's what we're going with.
I think it a significant stepping stone toward peace between the three nations.
I'm going to spit out rhetoric at this point.
A safe reply, to say the least, Lord Serenoa.
Appreciate you.
It is an ideal that I can only hope is shared by all those involved.
So that's fair. See, again, it is what we were going for.
What is the ideal to which the Holy One aspires?
Yeah.
I would share the goddess's blessing with all of Norzelia.
Nice.
The Holy One wishes for a world where people are equal. The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
All of us, including my wife.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you.
Oh God, what are you going to do, Roland?
I have heard that the people of Hyzante live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Sorry?
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well. Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy.
Sure. Sure.
But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Which again, feels like it sets you guys above the rest.
Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this. The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzante's medical discoveries.
I see we managed to pique your interest.
Yep.
Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands. Pray, show them around the ministry and let them admire Hyzante's pursuit of life and magic.
I mean, everybody sounds a little sinister to me, you know? It's like they're all putting on a front, and they have these like ulterior motives and such. It's a little off-putting. All right. So another thing that I haven't been able to figure out how to do or see or understand is, where are we seeing our conviction thing? Like, where does that show up? That's like two things now that I haven't been able to find. Like, this is literally just our abilities and what our stats do and our resistances and like equipment and stuff. It doesn't tell me any of the extra information that I'm looking for, and I don't know where to go to find these things. Path travel just reiterates what we've already done. Notes are notes. Information is stuff that we found while speaking to everybody else. And then tutorials. Does this tell us anything? These are literally just tutorial. Oh, here's the aptitudes. Okay. Oh, thank God we found it. All right. We're looking for him. Counterattacks when dealt a physical blow by an adjacent enemy. That's bullcrap. He doesn't do that at all. See, it says it right there. How many times have we been slapped by an enemy? And he just sits there and does nothing. He literally doesn't do anything. Like dozens of times? Maybe not dozens, but a bunch. We've been hit many times by an adjacent enemy, and he did not do a dang thing. This is garbage. This is a lie. All right. Okay. There's another one, right? Anna can conceal herself from enemy eyes. All right. So here's maybe here's the issue. All right. Maybe we don't have that yet. Maybe that's something that gets unlocked, because I don't believe we have the ability to conceal ourselves yet. So let's go take a look at Anna, for instance. Where is Anna? There she is. Take cover, right? That looks like that's going to be... Oops, that's going to be the one, right? Oh, we don't know what it does yet. Range 1 to 2. All right. So, by that decree, perhaps Steelback is one that will be like that. What is Pursuit Stance? It's a passive skill. So it looks like these diamond-shaped things are passive skills. So Pursuit Stance increases accuracy of and damage dealt by follow-up attacks. Hawk's Bane is a passive. Yep, increases damage inflicted to you by arrows because she's on a bird. I get it. And then this is Steelback, so this is probably his counterattack skill. And that's why it showed an aptitude, yet we haven't run into it yet. Okay, so the information's there. We were able to figure it out. Opportune attacks coming up at some point for our prince here, Roland. So that's good. And then Knight's Bane increases damage inflicted to you by spears. Okay, so we are able to start finding things out. That's good. That's good. That's it, because I'm like they just like straight up lied. It's like I was playing Cook Serve Delicious all over again, and we were over here at Evergreen Meadows and straight up lying by their topography to get people in there. It's just that's one of the better lines. I mean, there's quite a few, but that was one of my favorites. All right, cool. We figured stuff out. We figured stuff out. All right. Let's see how much time we. Yeah, a little time. We don't have a lot of time. So, House Wolfert is invited to the Ministry of Medicine, though Frederica cannot help but feel less than welcome in their midst. Oh yeah, maybe because they don't want her to talk, and they hate her kind. Yeah, that's probably a good indication that she feels less than welcome. Duh. All right, what are we looking at here? Ooh, there's like water everywhere. This place the game is so pretty.
Look, a Rosellan.
Uh-oh.
I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
Yeah, no, you heard right. Am I betrothed? Thank you very much.
Be that as it may, is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
Polinius? Oh boy.
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
I'll kill a fool.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
Uh-huh. She's still not allowed to speak? Or
what a
is it part of
splendid
the Holy
facility
One?
you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Normally, only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
It's true.
If I heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are. In order to cure illnesses and injuries, we must set our sights high.
What does that mean?
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
Well, obviously.
There is no miracle panacea in this world.
Ah,
but we
nice.
like to think nothing is impossible.
Nice. I like it.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
Does that mean there's no Phoenix Downs either? Sorry.
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
Huh. Oh. Who dis?
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
A reticent researcher.
My apologies, but I must get back to work.
Well, I mean, I feel like
you
that
are
wasn't
free
much
to
of a
take
tour.
a look around.
Oh, cool.
However, I ask you to not enter the restricted areas.
Oh, don't say stuff like that. Because you know I now want to go into the restricted areas. She left you here with us.
Of course. Nothing is free in the ministry.
Oh?
Nor anywhere in Hyzante.
Oh? What is this?
And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
I thought everybody was created equal.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher. Nothing more.
Yeah, no, that doesn't seem suspect. What?
What was his problem?
Well, I mean, the whole nation has some problems here, to be honest.
Sir Noah, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
But of course. Let us take a break outside.
Weird. How are you faring, Frederica? Well, better than before, thank you, but I should like to rest in the shade for a spell. But of course, rest as long as you like. I should take a moment to get to know the city. Some merchants are open for business during the exploration phase and may be selling rare items you'll not find at the provisioner in the encampment. It would be wise to speak with any shopkeepers you meet. Sure. Alright, and we get to see the lovely city that they have birthed before our very eyes. The little field of view. Oh, there's, I guess that's a shop over there with a little money symbol. Alright, there's something shiny over here. There it is. I'm gonna go rob this flower. Yeah. Ooh, another HP recovery pellet. I feel like we're hamsters. We're eating pellets. I don't know. It's fine. Hamster power, go! Alright, so we got the Conehead guy we can talk to, and a whole bunch of the other folk. And apparently we cannot walk in a straight line. There we go. Well, I believe we're going to go through the town and talk to the vast array of folks that are spread throughout in the next episode. And we'll get to know the local yokels. Maybe we'll get to do something at the shop, though it's doubtful because we probably don't have enough money. But yeah, things are they're going okay. Our mock battles went much better than our other battle went. And our first battle went pretty okay. So overall, I feel like we've done well, and we're getting used to our people a little bit more. And for that, I'm happy, because you know that second battle where we had to go up against everybody, we just barely kind of got to see how all the people work together, and we did win it, but at what cost? At what cost, indeed. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until the very next one, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.